You don't respond to verbal abuse.
I internalize
As
it.
he responds.
Yeah. So Ted, almost every other word I say to you is verbal abuse.
Oh,
So
you got to cover it up pretty good. It's pretty subtle. It's good. You're doing a
Wow.
good job.
no, I'm just saying. I try to be as nice as I possibly can.
See, that's a trap. See,
What? No, I do. That was. I'll save that for the next round. But somebody asked that.
so you're good cop, good cop.
No, somebody asked a question like, doesn't Ted ever get mad when you say all that mean shit to him? And I'm like, no, that's the great thing about Ted. He just doesn't get upset about stuff. So I say terrible shit to him all the time.
We just dug up Ted's farm and we found the remains of 85 people.
Ted, you realize that Matt is like, what was that show in the 70s, Kung Fu? He's like Grasshopper. He spent his entire life roaming this country looking for you.
David Carradine?
David Carradine, Grasshopper.
Yeah. How about
He spent his whole life, Matt did, walking around this country looking for somebody like you that would not get mad at his antics.
You know, it's actually pretty funny because
That's true.
Because the Pennsylvania State Police are looking for an escaped convict that they're looking for someone. They can't find the guy even though they've been looking for him for 11 days.
Oh,
apparently.
they found him. They found him.
Oh, they found him?
Here he is.
Oh.
Wait, D's nuts? Is that what?
Meat gazer.
Well, look, they can't find him, but they know he has a gun now.
Yeah, he's like, where's Waldo? He's like,
no. A loaded 22 with a scope
Rifle, yeah.
and a flashlight taped
yeah,
to it.
it's great.
The guy had his...
Could you just get him a better weapon than
Did
that?
you know that? This guy had a doctored up 22 in the corner of his garage.
And this
It's
guy
got
just-
a scope
and
a
Like Carl Spackler
and
from
a flash
Caddyshack?
exactly like that.
And what are the odds of this guy finding this one gun in the open, like in a non-secured area out of all the places? So, I mean, this guy's got all the luck going his way, right? I mean, he's in a terrain where no one can find him. You know, he's seen everywhere, but no one can catch him.
Pennsylvania, I'll tell you what,
It's
Pennsylvania
pretty-
is pretty.
Yeah.
It's pretty wildernessy.
It is, yeah. It really is foresty. But I guess there's a lot of like underground tunnels and drainage.
Underground tunnels.
Like not tunnel, not like the underground railroad. I'm saying, but there are like tunnels and
What, was it Vietnam?
drainage ditches. Well, for whatever it is, no one can find the guy. You know, they kind of know where he is.
Well, he shaved.
Yeah, well, they know that. Because they
He
got to ring
changed
doorbell.
his clothes,
Yeah, they got to
Ted.
ring.
What
and
the
they-
fuck,
We all
man?
know that.
Wait a minute,
They
he's
still
supposed to be
can't
wearing
catch
a
him.
gray hoodie.
Yeah.
That guy's wearing a black coat of some sort.
So
It
they-
zips all the way down.
No, he went in super fucking disguise. He took his shirt off
Yeah.
and went in this guy's garage.
Yeah, and the guy shot at him.
He was shirtless.
and the homeowner shot at him.
He unloaded his gun and missed him.
missed him the whole time.
Yeah, you know why? Because guns are way more dangerous to everyone else than the person you're aiming them at.
Yeah.
You know what he did hit?
No.
I don't know either. But
Yeah.
bullets came down somewhere.
Well, the thing is, like, of course,
He
when
got the gopher. He finally got the gopher.
well, the funny thing when you're aiming at the bad guy, you can never get him. But if it's like an innocent person, you're like, you could shoot a gun like a mile away, and it'll find like the one innocent person. But you try to hit the bad guy from like 10 feet away, and you can't get him. So it's almost like forces of nature.
Teddy, that's what I talked about like many show
Is
ago.
my mic on?
Yes.
Oh.
Can you hear yourself?
Can you not hear yourself? Yeah, you're. Unfortunately, we can all hear you, Ted. Don't worry about it.
I think it's
that
kicking
was the
in.
thing where I said that I wanted to give like gang members like drive-by shooting lessons, so they could just be more accurate. They're not going to stop shooting, right?
Well,
here,
yeah. If you cut their thumb and forefinger off, then they can't shoot a gun.
Well, that's a good idea,
talked
though,
about
Matt,
that.
because if anybody shows up to those classes, you just arrest them.
yeah, like you're giving away a free.
Right.
What was that thing where the cops gave away like free trips and $1,000 and all the bad people came and they busted
TV,
them?
yeah, sweepstakes.
Well,
yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw this, but I think it was about 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago, one of the aldermen in Chicago said they wanted to get all the gang members together and ask them not to shoot because school was starting, not to do any shootings between 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. And if they could just agree to that, the world would be everything would be better in Chicago, and they could just shoot from 9 p.m. to like 9 a.m.
Have a meeting?
Yeah.
Please bring your guns to the meeting.
Or
Well, I wouldn't bring the guns. It'd be held during the day when they can't shoot.
No, I'm picturing a room with like a
A
pit.
room with,
They
like,
just walk
60
into
guys.
a pit.
Like the Warriors. They get all the gang members together, and instead of getting them together to make like the biggest gang ever, like that's what Cyrus wanted to do. It's just like, hey guys, could you do me a favor?
You dig it?
Oh man, yeah. Can you not shoot? This was a legitimate thing that she came out with. Said, can you not shoot? Listen, it seems like a nice idea, but the concept is so stupid to even ask. Why would you bring it up? It makes you look buffoonish.
What was her name? Rosanna, right?
Something like that, yeah.
She's in my old ward that I used to live in.
Yeah? Is everyone there as dumb as she is, or is she just like the dumbest person ever? Why would a gang member say okay, no problem, and then just walk out and shoot somebody?
She's delusional. She doesn't understand how the world works.
Or
clearly she doesn't understand how the world
assuming they're
works.
talking to the CEO of the gangs who are somehow going to delegate that authority to the lesser members who probably do the
gangs
shooting,
have
right?
CEOs?
Well, I'm just saying
dude.
let's assume they're talking to the hierarchy
Commanders,
or
they got commanders,
they're talking to
sergeant of
they're
arms.
talking to the governing body
That I
of the
get.
gangs. And so these governing bodies are going to communicate to their underlings that, hey, by the way, I'm not going to do any shooting personally. I'm just going to delegate it to this guy.
Yeah, so they'll just agree to not shoot. Yeah, I won't shoot.
I'm
But
just gonna have, I'm gonna have my boy do it.
could you see a meeting? And what if the gang members were just so much like more organized that we thought, okay, everybody come to order, please. The vice lords, could you? All right, so we're going to get a message from our chief financial officer first, and we just want to go through and just say that everyone's doing such a great job selling crack. I mean, you guys
They
are
actually
really,
are more organized than you think, and it kind of
could
works
you see
like
if
that.
No,
I swear to God, man, I know guys that work in gangs.
You ever see New Jack City?
They
They're
do
pretty
meet.
organized.
The guys,
this is one of my favorite movies.
the
of all
guys
time.
that you don't, the people running these gangs, you never see or hear. The guys that get arrested and are doing all the stuff are the ones that we think of like, how unorganized are they? They're just following with orders.
Wait a minute, that would be.
I mean,
Are
I'm
you
telling
kidding me?
it's no.
Like they're sitting down. It's like, could we have refreshments, please?
So all these things that are happening, like the carjackings, the dealerships, the body shops we're breaking in, they're all underage kids. They're all kids, and they're being forced to like do this.
Really?
Yeah. That's why they're 14, 15-year-old kids, man. They're sending them out to do that because they know they can't do any time or get arrested.
I just can't. Okay, I guess you know what? I guess everybody's more organized than me.
Bring back public execution. Problem solved.
Ted, that's not. What is
my
it?
God.
Jesus Christ!
In the Philippines, Marcos, when he was the governor or the president, he
was one of the worst people of all time.
But he did those
him and his wife were terrible. They put
extrajudicial killings. They
yeah,
just
but
went
they
out
put
there
them
and just
billions of dollars into debt. They had lots of murders.
How could you compare America to the Philippines?
Yeah,
I
think that's a bad move.
There's a lot of things. There's a lot of differences. That's one of them.
I agree, but I'm just saying, like we're obviously too soft on crime by that example.
That's not why we're not having public executions because we're soft on crime. That's not why we don't. Please understand that we don't publicly execute people for other reasons than what you just said.
Other countries
kind of
execute
gross.
people.
It doesn't mean we're soft on crime.
Other countries execute people for non-capital offenses. They execute people for embezzlement,
For name
other
a
countries
country.
stealing. Malaysia executes people for heroin smuggling.
I mean, but
Singapore.
But you know
if
what?
You're caught with a certain amount of
we're not that country. We're better.
Don't you
than
have
that.
to be better than that?
We're better than that.
Listen,
Ted.
I don't love everything
We've-
about. Listen, I don't love everything about America. But don't we have to be a little bit better than that? I mean, public executions.
Is it a contest?
Doesn't that take it down to like the basis level? Like once you get there, everything is open. You could just do anything.
How does that
It's the
trial?
purge.
How does that trial work, Ted?
Yeah, I just don't like.
How does it lead up to the public execution?
Listen. Look, here, I'll just leave it at this because this is a whole separate.
It might not have
debate.
been him.
I'll leave it at this. Every country.
I don't want to hear that.
Every country gets the type of criminal it deserves, and I'll just leave it.
And
at
ours
that.
are all blue collar, white collar. Ours are all white collar.
Yeah, the
criminals.
biggest criminals in this country are religious leaders, political leaders, business leaders.
Anybody named pastor, reverend. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, those guys make decisions that kill more people every day than any mass shooter,
pharmaceutical
than all the mass
CEOs,
shooters combined.
Pharmaceutical companies,
CEOs,
yeah.
Yeah, well, look at was it 3M with the Teflon stuff?
Oh yeah.
Every human on the planet has Teflon, whatever that chemical in it. It is in Teflon.
That's the forever,
in their
the
body.
forever
Yeah.
chemical.
We have it in our body. We are literally different.
Dude, you know what? No wonder I feel
We are-
so
no, we are
fucking strong,
genetically-
man. Teflon, baby.
Our bodies have been changed more in the last 50 years than in the last 5,000 years genetically because of all the chemicals and all the shit that's in us. That's real.
I feel
that's
like,
real.
I
As
feel
fuck,
like I feel
man.
a climate change argument coming on.
Dude, this is a really NC-17 show, man.
No, but
We're
don't
doing a lot of
don't do
swearing,
that.
Ted.
Don't do that. Don't compare one thing to something that's. Don't compare something that is a thing to something that's a slight thing.
Okay.
You can't do that. That's crazy. You can't say that all the chemicals in our body haven't changed us physically and emotionally.
I didn't disagree with you.
You just kind of
changed
downplayed
the
it.
subject.
You know what the next question is going to be? Why did Matt get up and slap? give Ted a Will
If
Smith?
you did that,
No.
then Ted would publicly execute you.
So what's the first thing you execute for? Slap it.
So what you're saying is
Slapping.
someone stole our future. We weren't even aware of it.
But that's real. It's real.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. It's a real thing. And when they got caught with it, they changed the chemical formula of Teflon by like one millionth of a percentage.
Now it's safe.
Went right back. Yeah, and said now it's safe, and it just went right back and just gave the middle finger to everybody on the planet.
What about Chinese drywall? If we're gonna get crazy. Exactly.
Okay, I don't have any proof. I don't have. I have legit proof.
No, well, that does
of
have
what they did.
That does have asbestos in it. That's why
Yeah.
the sheetrock here, the USG product, which is gypsum, the main ingredient.
Gypsum.
Oh, I don't like gypsies.
Gypsum's a mineral that's mined and
Not
it makes
flotsam
drywall.
jetsam.
Well, there was asbestos in it for years and years and years, but we've eliminated it over the last 50 years. But China still processes it, so it still has asbestos in their drywall product. That's why we don't. That's why we don't buy any from them.
Okay, but here I'll tell you. Okay, China's terrible, but something amazing happened.
Chinese government.
Yeah, something
Not
amazing
Chinese.
happened in China just in this last week. That it's not going to overtake all that terrible stuff, but the Chinese scientists came up with something that is literally going to change the world for the better. Okay, they came up with a toilet bowl that the stuff inside the toilet bowl is so slippery, nothing will ever stick to it. This is
the porcelain. Nothing sticks to the porcelain.
This is different than porcelain. So we've had porcelain and ceramic forever. This is better. This is something.
They do that in Alabama already. They just spray WD-40 before they flush.
So this is like something that already has WD-40 on it. It is so slippery.
So it's like a nonstick pan that you cook eggs on. It just slides right off. Doesn't burn.
Dude,
just
I'm telling
it
you,
causes
man.
cancer.
It's insane. This is insane. It literally just came out like 2 days ago. They talked about this. Right. But yeah, you won't have to clean your toilet anymore. It will just flow right off with the water.
We should just be shitting in boxes anyway.
Wait,
compost. We just
you
should have
don't-
outhouses.
Are you saying you don't shit in a box? Yeah, but no, this is real. They said that they'll use less water, right?
Yeah.
And you'll never have to. You basically won't have to clean your toilet for very, very infrequently. Ted, have you ever cleaned a toilet in your life?
I do. I could put the Lysol in there with the little toilet brush and go around.
Do you really?
Yeah, I get the
Oh my
that
God.
nice clean
Do you believe him?
stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it
Sparkling,
sounds like he knows what he's talking
sparkling
about.
porcelain.
It's kind of how it
bowl.
works.
He could have seen that on TV.
I just watched the toilet down in the basement.
Bleach
because
wipe it, So
my boys have taken over the basement.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, it must be disgusting down there.
It's disgusting. So it
pizza
was
boxes.
originally it was supposed to be it's the nicest bathroom in the house. It's the
It
biggest
was.
bathroom. So it's supposed to be my bathroom and my 17-year-olds and my wife and my older son, who's at college right now, but when he's home, they share the upstairs bathroom. And then slowly but surely, he's not pulling his weight in the cleaning department in the bathroom, so I'm kind of moving back upstairs and just letting it go to hell. And it got so bad. And he has his girlfriend over, and people are down there. The toilet got so bad. Do you know when it starts turning red? Like
Oh
the
my
inside
God.
of the bowl is turning black and red.
like Darth Maul or something.
is-
What
Yeah,
is-
that's
someone
what it looked
shitting-
like.
Are you
It wasn't from shit. It was from
He
like
wasn't shitting blood. At no point
No.
was any of these kids
Vomit?
serious.
no. I think it was like a mold or something growing in the toilet.
Red mold? Oh, that's
I
gotta be
don't
worse
know.
than black
I
mold.
don't know. Anyway, I cleaned it. I mean, I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what? Fuck this. I can't live like this.
You put the yellow dishwash gloves
No,
on.
I don't
you
actually. I
put
don't
the
wear
mask
gloves. I
on.
don't. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't.
You don't?
No, I don't.
I bought those
Industrial
like a
gloves.
50-pack of those gloves you
Yeah.
put on. And if I clean anything like that, the toilet or anything, I put those.
Well, you know the
fuckers
funny thing
on.
when you do like an unpleasant task, when you have like really thick gloves on, it doesn't seem that bad, right? And if you put like almost like a mask on it, like an
Yeah.
unpleasant task doesn't seem that bad because you're kind of
with gloves on.
You feel
yeah.
like
Okay, and our guest this week is going to be Mr. Toilet.
Mr. Clean.
Yeah, Mr. Yeah.
Is there a toilet? Oh, did we do the toilet museum already, or something like that, or something?
Yeah.
similar. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I bet
all right.
I bet they have all sorts of fun stuff.
Well, I think the
that-
We
guys
did the cleaning museum.
cleaning
Yeah.
museum. Yeah.
So I think the founder, actually the guy who founded the toilet, is a real. I think his name was John Crapper. I'm not making it up. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah.
Yeah. There isn't, but there is an actual.
I thought
Not,
it was
not rapper.
Il de toilette.
So there was an actual toilet museum that a guy had, but
Yeah.
it closed down. But yeah, I tried to
Do
get
you
in
think
contact
it
with them.
really was called the crap? That's
name
why
was
we
J-
call it the crapper?
Yeah, I think his name was John Crapper, the guy who
think
invented this
that's
I
word.
don't
Yeah.
think
Crapper.
so. I think John Crapper was the lead singer of that band.
The Boys, something, not the
No.
Beastie Boys. I know who that is.
Just
I know
Google
exactly
him.
who that is.
Never
Use,
mind.
use AI.
And
GPT,
so
GPT chat
So
it.
just to get with this Chinese thing, I thought this could really move over to a lot of different products, right? I mean, think about it. So you have something is so slick you don't ever have to clean it. dishwashers, washing machines, sex toys.
Yeah.
Think about that. So slippery.
Are you supposed to don't sex toys?
Not if you don't have to.
I would assume at some point.
Hold on,
it
Mark.
needs to be-
Yes, you should.
Well, the kind you use, I
know,
know you
yeah.
should. I
Clean
know
with
we
a,
should.
with a soft, soapy rag,
Yeah.
like your golf club grips.
After
right?
after Sarah from Early to Bed was in here, the kind of toys Matt's using.
Hey, I
Cleanse
wasn't the one.
daily.
I wasn't the one who molested one of the toys while.
Oh my God.
Golfing this weekend with a bunch of guys, and I was like, "Hey, man, you got to listen to his show." And the guy's like, "What show should I listen to?" I go, "You know what? The sex toy one."
That was good. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to listen to that. If you listen to one show, listen to the sex toy show. It's just too funny.
I regret not keeping that apparatus. I should have bought it from her right then and there. I should have Zelda.
Jesus Christ!
I regret.
Could you imagine driving? Teddy doesn't use it on himself. He just because he
It was
molested.
the
He basically
it was the
gave it a
unicorn.
hand job.
It was
yeah.
a unicorn.
He
right?
basically gave it a hand job. Could you imagine just driving up in a car and you look over and there's Teddy? It's right on his dashboard. And he's
Yeah,
just
it's
like
suction cupped
yeah,
to his
and he's
dashboard.
just rubbing it. You're just like, what's happening?
No, you know,
right
it's kind of like that. The stress. It's kind of like a stress ball. That's what it is. It reminds me of a stress
You
ball.
could just get a stress ball. Just get a stress ball, Ted. It doesn't have to be a dildo that suction cups to the
it's
table.
a stress ball with a
now.
flange.
You could get stress balls. Yeah, you could. You know what? You could get a dildo with balls on it, and you could just do stress balls.
Maybe your balls are stressed. Maybe that's your.
Oh my God!
Speaking
Oh,
of
man.
stress balls, when does our guest get on?
Yeah, hopefully not until we're done talking about this. All right, so let's get to because we got Teddy's tips. Got to get to everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey everybody, my name is Matt, and welcome to the Real Three Idiots podcast. Today is National Report Medicare Fraud Day, so go ahead and turn in your grandma and grandpa for scamming the system. You will feel better about yourself.
Dagnabbit.
With me, as always, is a man who is a sandwich, some chips, a drink, and a basket short of a picnic. Teddy.
It's got me on that one. That's good to be back in. It's good to be back in the dungeon after a long journey through the Wisconsin countryside, performing
You call
ver-
that golf and
performing-
hitting balls in the woods?
performing various tasks.
Jesus Christ! I'm glad I didn't golf with you this whole weekend. That was what tasks besides hitting a golf ball? What weird things were you guys doing in your group?
Entertaining guests.
I don't want to know about that. And a man we should all take pity on because he spends his hard-earned money watching the Bears play. Ain't that right?
Condolences.
That was brutal.
That was
A great day, beautiful day.
a beautiful day. I was golfing. Yeah, Teddy and I were
Thank
golfing.
God it was a 3:25 start and not a noon start because we would have been roasting. It was hot in the sun.
Really? Because the Bears.
I
Bears went
think
in
that
zero
they
practice.
thought the game was Monday night.
I think they thought the game was next year.
Yeah, no, we're
Yeah.
not talking about that though.
Okay,
No,
no
I'm just saying-
sports.
I'm just thinking another game in which the opposing quarterback who's not that good is made to look like an all-star, right?
In the concourse area, you know, where you can go buy.
I don't go to Bears games, man.
Well, any games they have them at any ballpark now.
Like a person walking around.
No, they'll have like a little station in the concourse area that you can walk up to that's just selling beer.
Okay, but we got to get to Teddy's stuff.
All right, go
Yeah,
ahead.
I mean, how you buy? You know what? We'll do beer talk. How to buy beer?
We'll
at
talk
a
about it later,
stadium.
Ted.
We can talk about it
I'm
after.
gonna say one more thing about the Bears.
Jesus Christ!
At no point for the Bears improve their existing stadium. The Bears are worth $6 billion, even though they suck. So, and if the
They
threat
don't
is
have a stadium.
yeah,
Ted.
but if the threat is we're leaving town,
Yes.
Moving on.
good
Let them go.
riddance.
All right.
That's done.
Let them go.
Yeah, we'll take the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Let's get to our sponsor. Are you one of those annoying vegetarians? Don't eat meat and love to talk about how much better you are than everybody else? Well, good news. Nearly Foods has a new product that is perfect for people just like you. Nearly Veggies? Do you want all the wonderful goodness of broccoli, cauliflower, kale, and Brussels sprouts, but think it all tastes like ass gone bad? Nearly Foods has the answer. Nearly Veggies? They look like your least favorite vegetables, but only taste 50% as bad and have 10% of the nutritional value and are far less dangerous for you than cyanide and industrial strength adhesives. 4 out of 5 dentists surveys said that if they were being held prisoner in a Russian prison and facing certain death, they would be extremely likely to eat nearly veggies. So the next time someone offers you Brussels sprouts or kale and tells you they are your friend, you give them some nearly veggies, and then you should probably leave. Nearly veggies, available at all the finest currency exchanges and pawn shops.
Pawn shops.
God, Nearly Foods is just taking off, dude. They are. I mean, dude, they are at least $1,000 to $2,000 a year. They're making money.
Jesus.
People are buying that shit, man.
They're thousandaires.
Yeah, multi-thousandaires. I believe this is the phrase.
Excellent.
All right, are we ready for this song?
All right, you ready, Matt?
I am
Teddy,
ready,
are you
sir.
ready? Can you start playing, please? All right, there we go.
Wouldn't it be great if Ted could? Do you have any musical talent?
You know, I mean, if I got like really drunk, and you know, here's the thing: I think if you get like really,
You could bang
drunk,
on a table.
you know, you would think that you're better than you really are. Like, oh, I'm a good singer. It's like the people who go on American Idol and they're not good singers, but they, in their mind, they believe they're good singers, and they're like kind of okay, but they're just their pitch is off or something's wrong where they're just not good,
Ted.
you know.
Do you have any musical talent?
No, I don't.
Okay.
He
thank
said
you.
when he's really drunk, and then he went on some tangent.
Yeah,
about it. I don't know what. It's like asking a question to our listener, our guest. I don't know where that just went, Ted.
Oh my God.
Thank you. All right.
It was like the world's most boring man. No, sorry. Okay, Mark, you ready?
Yeah.
Tipping takes time. Ted chooses lines, trying to decide what to say.
Matt says just stop. Don't wanna get lost. Got himself hung on a lie. Seems to me you don't wanna tip about it. Seems to me you just touch your pretty hair and talk away. Listeners I've known, tips that I'm growing don't sound the same without Teddy.
He got himself in the worst mess he's been, and the listeners are starting to doubt him. Seems to me Ted can talk until the morning. Seems to me you just forgot what you said and talked away.
Talked away. Teddy, talk away. Teddy, tip.
That was my intro into that. That was very.
That was a parody on "Walk Away" by the James Gang.
Yeah, I can remember. I remember that song. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good
yeah.
song.
Good old Joe
Yeah.
Walsh,
Tell you,
man.
man, this-
He's the best.
Mark, I'm telling you right now, Mark, I would have a live Mark against Weird Al Yankovic right off. Just give him a song, give him like 15 minutes,
Yeah.
and then do it.
He's pretty good.
He's good at improvising. Well, I mean, Al Yankovic, he's like a professional, but I mean, you know,
Come on.
it's like pros versus Joes, but I mean, it'd be still pretty
Yeah,
cool.
I mean,
though,
people
you know?
got to. I mean, you got to get a handicap. It's like golf, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, yeah. He'd be a pro. You could get some strokes.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know how that would work. All right, Teddy, you ready for your tip?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Ted, I need some help. I've been dating my girlfriend for 2 years, and she's awesome, except for one really strange thing. Okay? I love that line. When I read this, I knew I was picking him immediately. When she drives, she's a maniac. She tailgates everyone, speeds, honks, and screams. It's really bizarre. She isn't like that at all any other time. No one could ever guess she's so crazy when she drives. I'm terrified every time I'm in the car with her that we will get into an accident or someone will do something to her. I've tried small mentions about it, but she seems oblivious. She's almost possessed when she's behind the wheel. I need some help. And yes, I've tried driving all the time and leaving real early for stuff. Neither works. And this is what really scared me. Sam, 30 years old, Arlington Heights, Illinois.
Yeah.
Illinois?
Illinois.
Yeah.
Whoa, he's right here.
So he is right
nice downtown
here.
area.
This is our problem,
Yeah, nice
Ted.
downtown-
So
yeah.
you need to solve it.
Nice downtown area, by the way.
Yeah, get her off the road, man.
Yeah, man. You
Come
know,
on, Ted.
Sam, you know, all I could say is that, you know, I'm not a forensic psychiatrist, but what I would. Why is that so funny?
I feel like you would have mentioned that. Like we've had 80. This is what, show 87.
I mean, I could be,
Yeah,
but, you
I
know.
would have said, and Ted, a forensic psychiatrist.
I'm not certified to be a forensic psychiatrist, but if I were one.
You're not even uncertified to be one.
So listen, Sam, you know, unfortunately, there's some people, for whatever reason in their genetic makeup or their upbringing or their background, they just get triggered by certain things. Like they're mild-mannered, normal people 99.9% of the time, but there's just that one thing that's just so deep. It's so visceral. It just brings out it just brings out brings out the animal in them, and for whatever reason, driving brings out that in your maybe your girlfriend or maybe soon to be fiance. I don't know.
You're assuming something. He didn't mention at all. He's going to marry her.
Well, I mean, he likes her a lot.
It seems like he expects her to be dead soon.
Now it seems like she drives like the bad guy, the toe cutter from Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. The toe cutter, with the dune buggy.
She's dude, that would be pretty crazy.
Yeah, obviously talking to her is not going to matter. You know why? Because when somebody gets to that one thing that triggers them, your mind literally just goes blank. And it's kind of like let's just say if you play baseball and you're a pull hitter and you just say, hey, you know what, I want to hit the ball the other way. No matter how hard you try and you think about it and you watch YouTube videos, when you get up there, your brain just shuts off and you're just going to do what your body's programmed to do.
Ted, this is about Ted, by the way.
And
that's a Ted analogy.
And that's what your girlfriend is. She's just programmed to do that one thing, and I don't think talking to her is going to matter. I mean, you could do like therapy, but I don't think she's going to agree to that. I mean, the best advice I can give you, if you like her a lot, and if that's the only kind of negative thing, it's an obvious answer, but I would just try to just get in a position where she's not driving you around, man. So
he said he tried that.
Yeah,
that's not. You're giving him advice. You're saying
I know that.
He said that didn't work.
Yeah. I mean,
he even said that they say leave early.
Yeah.
So they're going to be there in 15 minutes. He leaves like really early so that she can just drive relaxed. I mean, and she can't.
You could Uber. I mean, I would suggest. I mean, honestly,
Uber's a good idea.
Uber or Lyft. It's a competitor.
Okay,
but,
whatever.
Honestly,
rideshare.
Rideshare. That's a good one. So the best advice I can give you, if you could just do a workaround, like I said, Uber, Lyft, whatever. But maybe
rideshare.
Offer her. I don't know. You've been over there 2 years, but I don't know if it's your position to say, hey, maybe we should just go to some counseling or something. Because I mean, I know that's a cop out. I know that's like an answer that all the pros give. Like, Dr. Phil's always like, oh, you need professional counseling. You need professional counseling.
But don't you think? I
always hated that advice.
If she's that crazy, don't you think like a professional counselor would help?
Yeah, well, because obviously there's something about just driving, and we know people like that. We know people who are like mild-mannered people in general, but just one thing just kind of sets them off for whatever reason. It doesn't have to be driving.
Who do we know that does that?
I mean, I can just.
Who do we know that does that?
I'm just talking about anything.
I don't know what you're laughing about. I don't know anyone who's a lunatic that isn't a lunatic, and
Right, but let's just say there's probably a lot of people in the world, not a lot, but just a few people in the world who are normal, rational, calm people, but under a certain condition, when a certain thing happens, it just all the stars line up, and it just rubs them the wrong way. And they just turn into some unrepentant psychopath who's ready to just.
You mean like when they go to a rally, like
scorched earth,
at the beginning of January,
go scorched earth, yeah. So I mean, so you got to get to the bottom of it. And like I said, it might be unsolvable, to be quite honest with you, because if it's so in her DNA to just do that, you might just need to just do a workaround, brother.
Ted, give him an answer. Come on.
What
man.
about the answer? What about getting
Poison,
her a motorcycle?
A pet like a helper chimpanzee or something. Come on, give me something, man.
Like a clouded leopard?
How would poison help?
I don't know.
It's not going to help her drive.
I'm looking for a TED tip. I'm not looking for a rational.
A comfort pig? Comfort pig?
No, what if you do
there
something?
You go.
What if you do something?
Pig, yeah.
Yes, see?
A comfort pig? Oh, yeah.
Comfort pig or stress ball, aromatherapy. You have the aroma thing in your bedroom. Put that in the car when she drives so she has the smell.
Yeah, something relaxing.
Like lavender.
Oh,
right?
like the
lavender.
thing that you had that makes you
lavender.
Just give her a
thing that
sex toy.
Sarah brought.
Give her a sex toy and let her play with it. Well, she'd only have one hand on the wheel.
I mean,
that would probably slow her down a little bit. I mean, it's hard to drive like a lunatic
here's
with one hand on the wheel.
Here's the thing, too. I mean, if whatever gets rid of her quote-unquote aggression, if you can get rid of that aggression in advance, I know you can't do it every time.
Oh, you know what?
But chances are.
What if she drank or something before she got in the car?
Not
that
alcohol.
would kind of calm her down.
Not alcohol, obviously.
Oh, no. Right. Not alcohol.
Yeah.
No.
No.
I mean, you have
cranberry,
what if she was
cranberry juice? Maybe she.
Yeah. What if you just got her
a little? That's for a urinary tract infection.
I'm not saying. Wait. I'm not saying get like drunk. I'm not saying like get her drunk and then have her drive, right? But what I'm saying is maybe a couple of drinks before she gets in, just to relax her and just not to drive so
what about
fast.
some good sex? She'll be kind of relaxed after that. Because I mean, usually when someone has like decent sex, they're kind of all the aggression's kind of taken out of them for a small period of time.
See
how Ted already downplayed it? He said good sex to decent sex.
Yeah.
In one sentence. Well, it doesn't have to be good, but it could be decent.
Yeah. Well, this is a G-rated show, but yeah, I mean,
it is.
But seriously, well, maybe.
When did that happen?
Yeah, but the point is, so something as simple as that. Yeah, take the aggression out of her. Because when someone, is like exhausted, not exhausted where you're going to fall asleep, but just like tired, it's hard to be super aggressive when you're just kind of, all the energy has been taken out of you. So yeah, so just throw her a good one right before you especially before a road trip. You know, if you're going on a road trip, I would suggest do all the driving and just have as much relations with her as possible.
Let's leave it at that because that's why I like good one. That's good. That's what I was looking for. I wasn't looking for counseling or.
Yeah, counseling sucks. I don't think.
Yeah.
Okay. And you know what? Ted's idea is probably better than the drinking idea.
Yes.
See, and this is why I do it. That's why it's not Matt's tips, because that would probably be my answer for everything. Right? That'd be my terrible, awful answer.
Start drinking heavily.
They can still have sex after a couple of drinks and get in the car.
There you go. They get in the car. There you go. It kind of work off the alcohol. All right. Are you guys ready? We got our guest is here. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring up his mic and introduce him, and we can get started with this because I'm super excited about this.
Awesome.
Our guest today is Robert Walters, the Central Committee Chair for the American Independent Party of California. Robert, welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Hey,
good to be here.
All right, man, were you part of that? All that the rain and all the flooding and everything, was that by you?
No, I didn't have a hand in that. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, good. So you didn't have any problems with it or anything?
No, not really.
Oh, excellent. Okay. Before we get to the meat and potatoes of the AIP, is that what you guys call it, AIP? You guys shorten it up like that? Excellent. Give us the short version, okay? What's the goal of the American Independent Party?
Well, it was to give a viable option to Democrats and Republicans who are tired of the two-party system not doing what they want to have done, and give them a real alternative that might bring peace and justice to them and help turn the country around to where it needs to be in the future.
Oh, I love that.
We talked about that all the time. We need a third party to get rid of the existing permanent Washington. Actually, Tucker Carlson brought up a good point. He calls it permanent Washington, which is the Democrats and the Republicans who have a stranglehold on everything.
Oh, yeah.
And even though they pretend they're enemies, they're friends behind closed doors. It's like the ultimate good cop, bad cop. They love each other.
Well, you can't
and they're not going anywhere.
You can't have a good guy without a bad guy.
But they're not going anywhere.
If they love each other, that's a good show.
Yeah. That's gross. All right, so there's
that's
probably
good acting. I mean, good acting.
Robert, there's probably a few people that don't know much about your group. Okay, so how long have you guys been around? How did you guys kind of get started?
Well, it started 55 years ago, and under the direction of George Wallace. And ironically, I was the one who was his only employee after I got out of UCLA, and I put in charge of getting him on the ballot and registering the party to its legal position. That was 55 years ago. I then left the party to go into the Republican Party and be active where I'd done a lot of my work for many, many years. Then I get a call last year from the Secretary of State that says, we know that you were one of the founders, and you need to know that if they don't have a state convention within the next 2 weeks, they will be dissolved as a party. All 880,000 members will be eliminated from the party.
Whoa.
I said, well, wow. And then I got to have a convention in 2 weeks. You have minimum 8. And so I got 4 AIP leaders they're kind of old and retired. And I got 4 Republicans who converted to AIP under my direction. So did I. And convention in Sacramento, which is where it's required, and had the convention on a Saturday. And then we had the election of officers on the Sunday, which also is required for reasons I'm not sure why you can't do it the same day. And we saved the party. Now, I told the AIP leaders that when I took this effort, that I did it, part of the reason was to help endorse conservative Republican candidates on our ballot whenever there's an election coming up, and to make sure that they've got an extra edge from our 880,000 members.
But that, I don't want to interrupt you, but that doesn't sound like you're different from the Republicans. If you guys are endorsing Republicans, it sounds like you're the same as Republicans. How are you guys different then?
Totally against rhinos. Anytime
that's
rhinos,
that's Republicans in name only, by the way, in case you didn't know.
Yeah,
Mark.
Yeah.
So there's Republicans and Democrats, and just to get where you're at, and I wasn't sure of this, so you guys are a little bit righter than the Republicans. You guys are a little bit on the right side of the Republicans.
Like to hear the platform?
Yeah, I would.
Okay, there's about 7 or 8 items. And first of all, we acknowledge the Creator's gracious gifts. Acknowledges God as the Creator of all things, and appeals to Him to help us in protecting all that we do have. And then number 2, the Declaration of Independence are God-given. The rights that came undeniable in that, and have a right to make them unjustly Liberty includes pursuit of happiness, which is the passion and exercise of virtue. Liberty includes the right to use and claim as an individual possession any unclaimed thing received from the hand of God. Number 3, God-given duties to individuals. God gave man this earth to make of it a well-tended garden, not to leave it as uninhabited wilderness. He gave us our lives, not to be lived as ourselves alone, but to love one another. It is a duty to love, certainly includes not only duty to not act hatefully towards others. Therefore, we have the duty to be at peace with each other, and we have a duty to love one another and do what we can to protect each other from unjust harm. Another item, our Constitution enables us to protect our rights and fulfill our duties, to secure and fulfill all God-given rights and duties. Governments are instituted by men to fulfill these duties and protect these rights. We, the people of the United States of America, ordain and establish a Constitution for ourselves. It's a nice statement of fact. Next item, rights and duties of association, including forceful association - government. God created man in 2 dimensions, individual and social. In so doing, he gave us the right to associate with each other and to take advantage of our rights and fulfill our duties.
Here, let me hold on. Give me 1 second, because that's a lot of stuff right there. Okay, so no, instead of going through all that stuff, I just want to kind of like walk through some of this stuff. Okay,
A lot of God mentioned in there, Robert.
yeah. What if I like believe in what you're doing, but I'm not really a God guy? Is there room for me in the American Independent Party?
Well, we don't demand that you have to be a God guy in order to be in the party and be enjoying the goals and perspectives we're trying to get.
Okay.
But we do acknowledge God had a big hand in the creation of this country, but we don't impose that religious belief on people who want to join. In fact, in the first 3 months of this year, 40,000 people joined the AIP. We had no organization. We didn't do anything to recruit them. 40,000 people left the Democrat, Republican parties and joined AIP in 3 months. Of this year.
So why do you think what brings them, like if I'm a Democrat or a Republican, what brings me to your party? What's that thing like I wake up and I'm just like, you know what? I hate the 2 parties. I love you guys. What's that thing? What do you think brings people to you guys that the Democrats and Republicans don't sit?
Like the main selling point.
Yeah.
Well, the basic outline of what they believe in as AIP is attractive to a lot of people who otherwise are disgusted with the way the Democrats and Republicans are conducting themselves and trying to develop the country in their own format. It's just it's a shame, but we're a refuge center, as are regular independents, not American independent, has grown dramatically also, along with decline to state. All 3 elements have been huge increases as you see the decline of both the Democrat and Republican parties in the state of California. Declined by 20% the past year.
I could see that. Now, one of the things I saw in the Constitution is that they talk about term by their creator, right? So they didn't mention God in there. They said by their creator. So, I mean, they kind of said like there's probably a lot of different religions and stuff out there. So how do you, like, if you're saying God all the time, how do you get people from other religions, Muslims and Hindus and those kind of people who want to join that, who kind of have that same thing, but might be a little scared because you're saying God a lot, right? You're saying God a lot. So how do you bring in those people?
Yeah, I'll tell you how we do it. We might mention God a lot, but we don't mention Christian God. We don't mention Allah. We don't mention Buddha. We just say a religious God is the one that gives our hand, and that fits all religions. It doesn't fit just a few or just Christianity. It fits Judaism, Hinduism, Muslim, all of them.
Okay, so that's cool. I kind of dig that. Now, one of the things I noticed was the founding fathers wanted a separation of church and state, but you guys seem to be combining it a little bit. So how do you get around that? Because you guys are big in the Constitution. I was reading through all the stuff. I do my research. So how do you take that thing where they said they didn't want that together, and now you're kind of putting it together? How do you kind of work around that?
Well, let's be clear on what these points are. Let me give you a few more of the points in the platform of the party. And the Constitution is the original document that America has itself to run and organize the nation under God. Didn't say what God, but under God.
Well, it doesn't say that.
Freedom from liberalism. That's another key point in our bylaws and rules. freed from the lawless oppression of liberal rule. The protection of life and even the duties and rights of families. We believe in protecting all family life, however weak, defenseless, or disheartened. We endorse the family as the essential bulwark of liberty. Number 4, marriage between man and a woman. That's
okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You said marriage between man and woman. We kind of lost you for a second. What was that part?
We insert the role of law in establishing and reinforcing mutual rights and obligations under that God-ordained contract. It doesn't recognize marriage between transgenders, but only between men and women. Period.
Okay, so in the Bible it says that, right? That a marriage is between man and a woman. Is that?
Correct.
I mean, is that why you guys are? That's why you guys are doing that?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
but in the Bible, and this is one of those things where I feel like people kind of pick and choose, and you guys probably agree with this. The Bible endorsed slavery, stoning women to death, murdering women and pagan kids. So, I mean, if you're not doing everything, if you guys aren't doing all of that, how do you pick just that one thing? Like, how is that one thing such a big deal that if two dudes love each other or two girls love each other, that's the thing you chose out of the Bible, and instead of, you're not going out every day and stoning people? How does that work?
Let's be clear. That is what, in 55 years, these are the ideals that grew out of the American Independent Party and the members who had joined it. They chose to have what part of the Bible that they wanted to follow. And the Bible has parts about stoning people if they commit a sin. But we don't bring that up here. That's not one of the beliefs we have in our program.
But doesn't it seem kind of? I mean, then why the not having people able to marry other people? I mean, I feel like if you pick that one thing out, how about you don't pick that out, and it doesn't matter who marries who, right? Because I mean, if you walk down the street and somebody gets married, two guys get married, and you walk past the church, I mean, how does that affect you in a way that makes you think that it's bad? That's what I kind of don't get, because I'm thinking, there's lots of things. Like I remember one thing in the Bible where if two guys are fighting and one woman, actually, and this is the funniest thing I've ever read in the Bible, if one of the women hits or grabs one of the guy's junk, right, and literally hits the guy in the nuts, she can have her hand cut off. So
why are we talking?
She's Saudi Arabia.
So, but why not those things? Like, why pick that one thing out where if two people of the same sex want to get married, why is that an important thing?
Well, because most of our members don't believe in that. The overwhelming majority of the members who wrote these things in the last 55 years, with numerous sessions, believe that marriage is between a man and a woman. Period.
Okay. Well, now that's a good answer. I could live with that. If it's something you don't agree with and it's something that the party doesn't condone, and that's not part of the agenda, and you want to keep it between a man and a woman, simple, that's something I can respect. When you start, when there's a lot of Bible talk and a lot of God talk, and you're mixing it with politics, that's where it frustrates me a little bit. I'm not a really religious person, but I do believe in a separation of church and government, and I do know that the word God does not exist in the Constitution of the United States other than separation of church and state. It's the only reference of religion in the whole Constitution. They don't mention God one time in our Constitution. So I think that I like the idea of an independent party, and I like the idea of a conservative party stepping up to kind of, take Republicans away from what is now, like what you described. I think most of the Republicans are rhinos. Take them into that party, but leave God and the Bible and religion out of it, and put your values forward just as they are, values. You don't have to have any type of backing with God or the Bible, and just move forward with that. I think you guys would get a lot more. I mean, I just think that the church is not a lot of people are going to church nowadays, and I think that's a turnoff for a lot of people. They're looking for an alternative party that's away from God and the Bible.
Well, the bulk of our members are Christians, and our church we don't believe in hating two men who want to marry each other. We don't have that part of our dialogue. We just say we support a marriage between a man and a woman. If two men want to get married, we're not saying hate them, send them to hell, fight them, cut them down. We don't say that.
Okay.
We don't say that. We say it in a positive sense. It's like the individual and common defense. We absolutely the Second Amendment guaranteed individual rights to self-defense against impositions by other citizens or our government. Period.
The Second Amendment in the Constitution?
Yep.
The right to bear arms, right? Is that the one you're?
Well, it's
Right to bear arms.
well,
Next
So-
point.
Oh,
No,
hold on. So
that's
so
not-
let's do that real quick. So you're saying that it should every gun, like any kind of gun, be legal? Like, are you don't want like automatic weapons or what's the guy who did it?
AR-15s.
Yeah, there's some company out there that was marketing a trigger that literally turns a gun into an automatic weapon. It's just like this super trigger. It was crazy. So is that and all that kind of stuff okay? Are you saying like no restrictions on that at all?
No, we're saying you have absolutely the ability to have a Second Amendment right to carry and defend yourself and have guns. What type of guns? You still can have the legislature that makes a certain definition of what guns are permitted and not. We're not taking a position on that.
Okay.
No AR, anything like that. No.
Okay. No, that makes listen, that's one of the things I want to clear up because that's some of the things that kind of scare people, I think. I think when you hear, the Republicans talk about, they want people to just, walk around with any kind of gun and have guns all the time and do all that stuff. And then, it seems like we're kind of regressing into like the Wild West, right?
Well, let's be clear. Right now,
We're
both political parties, neither party has ever. I mean, no president in modern history has ever wanted to get rid of the Second Amendment. The difference between like gun control or limitations or some sort of litmus test, those things are talked about, but no politician talks about taking away the Second Amendment. It's not an issue. That's not an issue. The issue is, what type of guns should we allow? How should we allow people to have guns? Nobody's talking about taking guns away from people. That's not an issue. It's never been. It is not an issue. So, so you guys are right. I mean, that's spot on. There's nothing wrong with the Second Amendment. It's taken out of context, I think, because it doesn't say that everyone should have a gun and everyone has a right to protect himself. That's not what it says. It's one sentence. But it is, I mean,
Nope,
it is, it's important. So it's an issue.
All right. So I think you got one more thing, right? One more thing that you haven't mentioned.
I got three more.
Oh, three more. Damn. I'm a bad counter. Sorry.
Opposition to illegal immigration and support of secure borders. That's one of our main themes. Number two of the last three, our great pro-life Constitution. The republic established by our Constitution is the greatest of all pro-life institutions. In the first place, it protects all lives from the imposition of foreign nations and internal disorder. And it believes in it is forbid the government to take life, liberty, or property unjustly. So it believes that all born and unborn children within the territory should be governed by their laws, but a focus should be on protecting life, not destroying it. That's that's number two. Number three, public servants are not public masters. All governments under God. We believe that all those who govern are the servants of God and are good citizens. Therefore, all governments are under God, whether they like it or not. This is why we call those who rule in our nation public servants. We will resist all political means at our disposal, the increasing inclination of our public employees and representatives to become even more public masters and dictators.
You got to drop the masters part.
That seems a little
pretty-
it
it
seems a little
some
tense.
connotations
actually,
there.
sir, I'm sure you never listened to our show, but I've actually mentioned this on several prior occasions where our politicians, and you are correct, these lifelong politicians think they're not public servants. They think they're the king, they're the emperor, they're somehow more important than the people that they're charged to serve. So here's my question. Nancy Pelosi, at the age of 83, God bless her, is running for Congress again, and she's rich beyond all measure. And we were actually talking about this earlier. Why do you think she's doing that, in your humble opinion?
Well, she wants her efforts along the liberal establishment that now exists in this country as long as she can. I'm 82, and I don't agree with somebody 83 has any special knowledge or ability. No.
All right, and you know what? The only thing that bothers me is when people start throwing around like liberal and conservative and all that kind of stuff. I would say that both, as we go through, and Teddy said it, the Republicans and Democrats they have to have each other. You have to have those two things, and you have to have the one fighting with the other, and then the other.
It's like
and then,
the yin and yang, right?
Yeah.
They can't. One can't. It's like God and the devil. One can't coexist without the other. So, I think what you're alluding to is that we need a third or fourth or fifth viable alternative. but those alternatives cannot replicate the current apparatus in place because, what do people really want? I mean, we all believe in different things. I might believe in the God of Alpha Centauri. You might believe in the God of Buddha. You might believe in the God of Islam. We don't really know. So you're really never going to overcome that, unfortunately. So what you have to focus is on the secular, which is taxes, immigration, wages, something that you can that's objective that we can touch. Because I think the religious parts will fail because there's so many different paths to the same God. This has been replicated throughout human history, and you're just never going to get a buy-in from everybody. And if you want to actually get the most members possible, you have to be as inclusive as possible, in my opinion.
Well, let me give you some facts. In the last 10 years, what is now in Orange County, as an example, only 62% of the people are Democrat or Republican. All the rest of them are independents, declined to state, or American independent.
I could see that. I could absolutely see that. I haven't voted. Honestly, I haven't voted in, I don't know, 15 years, 20 years, because I can't have the extreme. I'm tired of the extreme. I'm tired of way over here and way over there. Do you think you'd get more people in your party if you were like more in the middle and you drew from both sides of the Republicans and Democrats that are unhappy?
Well, we gained 40,000 members in 3 months of this year by putting this into the hands of the Democrats and Republicans. So there's a huge escape factor going, and they're coming here to American independence.
So how many people actually live in California? Because 40,000 sounds like a lot, but I think there's like...
Yeah, but it's a short period of time, so that's pretty impressive. It was a few weeks. 40,000 in a few weeks is a lot.
Well, we're now totaling over 880,000 members.
Okay.
And that's a pretty good count. So that's about 8% of the total voters in California.
So here's something that I read on your site. You guys, you talk about taxes, right? And about maybe overtaxing, double taxation by the government.
What's the old adage? There could be no taxation without representation, right? It's kind of the same thing, even though there's representation. I get it.
So here's something here's an interesting idea. How do you feel about the government taxing churches?
We have nothing against it.
See,
I think that's a great platform. And imagine this. One of the biggest landholders in the country, in the United States, is the Catholic Church.
In the world.
But we can't tax them on stuff outside of the United States.
We can do anything we want. We're America, damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
So if I don't know, I guess if some churches get involved more in politics and they want to influence public decisions or government policy or public policy, then they should be taxed. And if we tax the Catholic Church just on the real estate holdings alone, you could probably lessen the burden on the everyday Americans by tenfold. Hell, you could pay off the deficit if you tax the church just on the real estate holdings.
And
no one talks about that. No party talks about that. Taxing the Catholic Church, why not? Why shouldn't they pay their?
I never understood.
So Robert, we'll put you on the spot. Is that something that you guys would endorse?
Probably would. We think about it. I have to ask the rest of the team. I can't make a unilateral decision.
Right.
I'm a public dictator.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never understood the concept of the religious exemption. What is that? I get it. But I mean, but that's pretty lucrative, right?
I would imagine like everything here. I would imagine it works
taxes.
like Amazon, right? Amazon comes to your town, and you don't make them pay taxes for whatever insane reason.
Well, the reason is because they create jobs,
but not enough to cover their taxes.
No, because poor people don't create jobs.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So if they come in, they're going to create jobs somewhere.
Right.
If just make them pay the taxes that they owe.
No, but it's a trade-off. It's a trade-off. Like we'll incentivize you to come to town. You'll pay taxes eventually, but in the interim, we'll put a stay on those taxes.
But they never pay taxes eventually. That's the problem.
Well, they should.
So why would I mean? I think if they come to Chicago or they come to California where Robert's at, I mean, just pay the taxes you owe. Why would I give them a break? Just to make, they're going to make jobs somewhere.
Yeah.
Why would I give them a break to make jobs here? It's kind of a
they can
ridiculous.
They can afford to pay taxes.
They can afford to pay taxes.
So could the Catholic Church and some other churches.
I agree 100%. Everyone should pay their fair share. Period.
All right, Robert, you have the ability to put a presidential candidate into the election in 2024. Is that correct?
Correct. We do.
Do you have a candidate for president for 2024?
Right now, the consensus is Donald Trump.
Okay, I believe I believe he may already have a party. Yeah, I believe he may already have a party. We have been talking about our friend Teddy here. He's the goof in the hat, and we've been thinking that he would be an excellent presidential candidate. Would it be possible in some way to get Ted on the ballot with your group?
Ted for president.
Ted for president.
We're good. We'd have to think about it, though. We don't want to destroy the chance of defeating Biden. Biden is the worst president we could have for another 4 years.
He probably won't last 4 years, but yeah,
you might have President Kamala Harris in the next 3.5 years. So don't be careful what you wish for, sir.
no, but I mean, okay, so let's just say in some weird, some crazy thing, Donald Trump gets convicted of another crime and he can't run for president, and you guys can't endorse him, and they come up with somebody else. Would you consider our boy Ted as a presidential candidate, as a viable presidential candidate?
Yeah, if Trump was out of the picture, I would. Sure, I'd recommend it to the staff.
That is exactly what I was hoping to hear. That is it, Ted. If somehow Donald Trump gets convicted again for whatever he is doing or did or could do or might have done, would you be willing to be the American Independent Party of California?
I would accept that nomination, but let me qualify that by saying Donald Trump's trial in Georgia for alleged election fraud interference is supposed to take place coincidentally one day before Super Tuesday, but they might move that trial. So even if he does have the trial, he won't be convicted anytime before the general election anyway. And I believe he can still serve as president even if he's a convicted felon. I predict.
How is that? Robert, would you promise me this? If your candidate ever gets in, would you please make it an absolute stone cold law that if you are a convicted felon, you cannot be president of the United States?
You can't vote.
That seems wrong.
You can be president.
I would do that, and I'd hold that to Biden as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, anybody.
They're talking about impeaching Biden right now.
Yeah, fine.
Impeachment inquiry.
If he gets impeached, if somebody gets convicted of a crime, that seems like a no-brainer to not be leader of America.
Yeah. Well, the bottom line is this. The choices we have now today could be better. That's the issue. So I think we just need to leave it at that. Regardless of what happens with Trump, regardless of what happens with Trump or Biden, in the next 4-year election cycle, neither one of them will be. There'll be persona non grata, and there'll be other faces to choose from. But unfortunately, is it going to be a Gavin Newsom? Is it going to be a Ron DeSantis?
Jesus Christ, no.
Yeah. So I'm just saying.
Jesus Christ, no.
You ever heard this? What's the country song? New boss, same as the old boss.
Yeah. All right.
Just a younger generation.
Robert, listen, we're going to let you go.
It's
We appreciate you being on. We appreciate you sharing what you guys do, and thank you so much for doing this.
Robert.
Yeah, we really appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for having me. I enjoyed it.
Thank you.
All right.
You guys, good job.
All right.
Awesome.
Take
Thank
care.
you so
Thank you
much.
so much. Bye-bye.
Did
Wow.
California, was it, what part of California had all the rain and the mudslides and all? So that was
I
Northern
don't know.
California, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Man, they got the weather there. Oh my God! Between
Are we
Is it
weather talking
cli-
now?
no, but I'm
Climatology?
talking
Is
about
this
California
climatology?
between
Yeah.
between
Ted
the
hates climate talk.
between the fires and then the rain that they got and all that stuff. It's just
Yeah.
unbelievable.
No, I agree.
I just didn't know what to say.
Yeah. I know. Listen. I know. Here, I'm ending the meeting just so. Yeah. I know you didn't want him on. Mark said it. He goes, why are we having this guy?
I have no problem with this gentleman.
But
It's fine.
I think we have to get alternative views.
No, I mean, let's not make this personal because I don't
I'm
know
not.
him. Seems like a great guy.
No. The
I'm
concept.
Listen,
I read the concept.
I don't have a lot of patience anymore, and I don't go around touting who I vote for, who I don't vote for, and I don't judge anybody. I don't talk politics. I keep that stuff to myself. But I'm at the point now where I'm losing a lot of respect for people who say I'm going to support Donald Trump, and it's for a few the guy's a criminal. All the crimes he's being
really
accused.
criminal.
All the crime
alleged.
No, but I mean all the crimes.
Man, you can say alleged, but we see it all.
But I'm just saying. Okay, take Georgia for instance. What he's being accused of, what he's going to trial for, he is guilty of in his own words. So he's being charged with the crime
Can't
that
argue
he's
with that.
guilty of. And it's going to go to trial because what he did, you're not supposed to do. And there's so much evidence, it's ridiculous. and people are still supporting him. But if they wanted to put Hillary Clinton away for fucking using her personal email on a laptop, but he can do this, and everyone's still supporting him. There's no point where, I mean, he's right. He said this during in 2015 or 14. He goes, I can go out in Times Square and kill somebody and not lose a single vote. That's ridiculous to say something like that. A demigod should not be elected president of the United States.
But it's a reality because
There's
there's only two choices.
Well,
I'm having a hard time.
Somebody brought up a good point.
Dealing with
You shouldn't view
that.
Donald Trump as a candidate. You should view him as a leader of a movement because that's what he is. He's kind of like a cult figure. I mean, he's not really a candidate.
It's
because
accomplished what?
Again, you have to see it in the
I
context
agree.
that it is because he's
I
not
agree.
he's not a candidate because a candidate, any type of minor scandal automatically ends their candidacy. It seems that whatever happens to Mr. Trump or President Trump, he just gets stronger and stronger.
Don't say Mr. Trump like you have respect for him.
Listen,
Come on.
so, but the point is this is the optics, whether it's real or not. I think the optics are his believers, his followers believe that there's a concerted, coordinated effort by the opposition that they find Donald Trump so threatening that they want to either disqualify him from running for president or get him convicted where he does not win the presidency. And the optics of that is that it's permanent Washington, coordinating and conspiring together to make that sure that happens because he's a threat to their power. And whether you believe it or not, they believe it. That's all I'm saying. So you have to look at that. And I think
No, you know what? No, Teddy, that makes perfect sense to me, right? Because he's
Whether you
not
be-
a Republican. He's just the guy who's using the Republicans to get in, to be president, and wield his power that he's always had his whole life.
He's
Yeah.
the biggest rhino there is, literally and figuratively.
I
'Cause
would
he's
agree with that.
215 pounds.
215, yeah, right.
Well, the point is
Plus.
he's still an outsider, regardless of whether and he doesn't do things to conform with the permanent Washington is what they are. When I say permanent Washington, I think Tucker Carlson said it's the Republicans and the Democrats.
If you fucking quote Tucker Carlson one
no,
more
but-
time in
Same
this show,
But that's a good. But
I
that's
will
same quote.
stab
The
you.
same
Okay.
quote.
I will
Just the same
stab you
quote.
in the neck with anything I can find.
But permanent Washington basically means the power structure that the apparatus has been in place for years, regardless of who the president may or may not be, because the president always changes. But permanent Washington always remains. Just like Mike Madigan was the Speaker of the House in Illinois for the last 50 years, so it didn't matter who the governor was because they couldn't pass any legislature if they didn't go
Right.
through Mike Madigan.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, let's get off politics now. Let's go.
Oh, come on.
Let's talk
man.
about.
Is your foot itching?
Okay.
Is your foot
No,
itching
that's
again?
all right. That's all right. Listen,
I'm talking to two guys that don't vote. We're talking politics and neither of you vote.
because I'm waiting
So-
for another party.
Because there's nothing worth
That's not
voting
an
for.
excuse.
There's nothing worth
Bullshit.
voting for.
That's crazy.
Bullshit.
That's the stupidest thing you could say.
What? No.
I haven't seen anything worth voting for.
Yeah. Listen, when I have multiple choice, when I have more
We live
choices,
in the greatest country in the world, and we're afforded a right to vote for the leaders of this country, and you choose not to for some reason. There's people that have died for that right, and there's people that have died in other countries for that right.
I completely
And we
understand
have the safest and fairest elections there are, and your excuse is, well, I don't like that guy. Vote for somebody else.
okay, I'm voting for Ted.
Write in
vote for
somebody.
Ted.
Write
I'm
Ted
gonna
in the vote.
from here on out.
I mean,
for the
you don't
rest
just
of
have
my
to
life.
vote for president. There's
I'll
certainly
vote for
there's a
Ted.
candidate in different levels. Local. There's not just federal government. There's local government. Anyway, what about how'd my movie thing go?
What movie thing?
The movie thing I did last week.
Oh, everyone hated your movie.
Fuck.
No, I'm just kidding.
Well, you're looking
I'm just
for,
kidding.
you're looking for a
People-
pat on the back?
Oh,
You
you
know
know
what?
change the subject here. I don't know. I don't know what else
You know
to
what?
say.
Here, I will tell you this. I did not look for any. Teddy and I
okay.
were golfing all weekend. We were drunk and fucking
All right.
wasted. Yeah, we did not do any of that. Okay,
Because
so
I have another movie.
here,
Yeah, that's good.
no,
Here,
no,
here,
no,
here.
no, non-guest. We'll do it next week. We'll do it next week. Okay. I was looking at something online, and they had 8 bad habits that keep you from being the best you.
Yeah, you sent this to us.
Yeah, yeah. Did
First,
I saw some of those habits. I thought I was eating red meat and drinking, but none of those were on the list. So
The
I'm
very-
like, oh, I'm good.
no, those
No,
weren't on the
no.
list. No.
So
yeah,
one-
well, no, healthy eating was on the list.
yeah. So
surfing,
one of the
surfing too many porn sites?
one of the bad habits that keeps you from being the best you is poor eating habits.
Yeah, that was
Oh.
one of them.
All right, that makes sense. Well, that's obviously objective and tangible. Yeah, so I agree with that.
No, I think you are what you eat. I think that's really important. I'm trying to push that on my son because these kids nowadays.
These kids nowadays, man, I love it. That's my favorite line.
You sound like Mr. Rogers.
Kids these days, you know what? And you know what my other favorite line is? Back when I was a kid. Yeah.
In 1938.
You know what we never did? Yeah, I love all those things. That is my favorite thing because we were at golf this weekend and all of our guys are probably a little bit older than Teddy and I are, and yeah, there's so much. You know what? Back in the day, you know what we didn't do? You know what these kids These goddamn kids do.
Back in the day, our woods were real wood.
Well, yeah. Well, you know what? Like I would tell this gentleman who, like I say, he's 83 years old. God bless him. He looks like he's in great shape. Times change, and you got to.
Why do you comment on every guy's body?
No, I'm just saying times change, and you got to change with them. And I think that's the problem. Because some people are just stuck in a certain epoch of time, and whether they agree with it or disagree with it, but just pretending it doesn't exist isn't going to make it go away. So if you have some idyllic thoughts, like you think, you still think it's 1965. But it's not. It's 2025 almost.
So that's one of the 8 bad habits is living in the past.
Yeah.
Right? It's living in the past and not knowing that like what comes next is
or,
really
or,
cool.
Or rejecting it. Or rejecting it like it's going to go away.
I mean, isn't I was looking at this and I was talking about this because one of the things is how things change. And I was thinking in 1776 when our Constitution was written, it took 4 weeks to get a message from England to America. It took 4 weeks. And now it literally takes 4 seconds. You can hit send on a text or hit a button, call, and somebody can answer in 4 seconds. I mean, that's a great thing. That's a great thing that's changed. And you know what? It's probably going to get even different. And things will change. But it doesn't make it necessarily worse every time it's different from where you were at.
Telepathy's coming.
Telepathy.
Seriously.
Or AI.
So you honestly believe telepathy?
AI.
You actually believe we're going to read each other's minds?
It's already happening. You don't. I'm serious.
Do you want to read Ted's mind? Do you want to know what's happening in Ted's mind every second of every day?
Shit's out there already.
I can tell you what's in my mind right now. I'm thinking
there already is telepathy is a thing.
You want what's in my mind?
Bullshit.
I swear to God, man, they're working on this.
I'm gonna tell you what's
it's
in my mind right
part of
now.
AI.
Here's in my mind right now. I'm like,
I can't read your mind. It's just fucking. It's a haze right now.
If
It's kicking in.
If
Ted.
I'm not getting at least,
it's kicking in.
If I'm not getting at least 9 strokes from Mark next time we play,
you're not getting 9
Something's
strokes.
wrong
Your
with your
handicap
What
is
happened?
down.
So what happened this weekend? How did Ted play?
Ted played really well. Yeah, Ted played well below. He played below his handicap and played very well.
Are you putting in your scores?
I put them all in, sir. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's your handicap now?
26.5 as of right now, with everything from the trip.
Hey man,
All right,
it's
good
real
enough for me.
And
All
what's
right.
yours?
22.
Okay.
22.3.
I'll take those 4 strokes. Thank you.
Well, you're not
Do I
getting
get
4
to-
strokes.
Do I get to
I bet
I'll
you'll
take
get-
those 23 strokes. Thank you.
7.2?
I'll take those.
Just got to get that. Okay, so let's get to the 8 bad habits because I want to know what you guys do.
Well,
So
the first one is
the poor eating habits. You guys think you eat
Okay.
well?
I mean, I have a cheat meal, but I think overall I'm eating better than I was back 10, 20 years ago. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
cognizant of what I eat. Yeah, I eat
So-
salads.
Okay.
I'm not going to like McDonald's
an
for big
improvement.
breakfast. Yeah,
Mark,
so-
what about you?
Yeah, I look. We all think we eat better than we actually do. I'll give
hell
you,
yeah.
I'll give you a typical day. I usually don't eat breakfast. If I do, it's a yogurt and I drink black coffee.
Yogurt is shit for you.
I don't.
And
Yogurt
if-
is bad for you.
and- and
It's-
and-
almost
and-
all
I-
yogurt
yeah,
is just
sure.
full of
and-
sugar.
And is that before
just saying.
is that before the
Well,
5th of Jack Daniels?
How do you
get
know
mad at me.
how do you know what kind of yogurt I'm actually eating?
What kind of yogurt do you eat? It's shit. No, sorry. Okay, no, that's good. That's good. Do you live in the past? You guys live in the past. Are you able to
Yeah.
move forward? Do
I
you-
threw
do you-
I threw 4 touchdowns in high school with Al Bundy.
no, but I'm saying, do you?
Do you know who the best shoe salesmen in Chicago history are?
Who?
Al Bundy and Michael Jordan.
Yeah, good point.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. One of the things they talk about is negative self-criticism.
I love the Bundys.
Negative self-criticism.
That's when you say
Teddy, are you negative? Do you
No,
feel negative
no,
towards yourself?
not at
Can
all.
we
but
talk
I,
about Married with Children
but I
for
think,
a little bit?
But I think that's when you say to yourself,
Please.
"I suck." Say right? Is that negative self-criticism? No,
That's
I
that's
never,
number one on the list.
I
by the
never
way.
think
That's
that.
number one
I
on
never,
the list.
I never think that actually. That never crosses my mind.
Well, the concept behind it is being realistic,
Yeah,
right? Is being
realistic
realistic
expectations.
Right. Realistic expectations. Like
Yeah.
when you walk in and they don't name you vice president because you're nowhere near that chain of command.
But I am a vice president. But what's your point?
Yeah. Well, okay. That's the
Anyway,
wrong.
Whatever.
Okay, I used the wrong analogy. Ted
Vice
is vice
president.
president.
Jesus Christ! Come on.
Stupid Stan. Hey, but there's nothing wrong with getting down on yourself when you're disappointed. There's nothing wrong with
Right. I
reality.
think- I think when
reality is, I mean, sometimes you could be disappointed in results or your effort.
Right, but I think
I
like
think-
overly critical.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
like
yeah,
letting
for
it
sure.
rain on
To
for
where you're-
days and
where you
days
hate
and
it, where you
months
hate
and
yourself.
months.
I mean, just
Yeah,
for like a
yeah.
second. I mean, like for that second, it's okay. Like
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. No, and then here's the one that kind of stood out, and we'll move on from this, but trying to make everyone like you.
Yeah, when I was younger, I was obviously fell into that trap where it's like you know, it was kind of anxiety or stress when like you're like, wow, is this person I'm treating them really nicely and they don't like me. And the reality is, another tip, no matter what you do, some people are just not going to like you. It's just the way the world works.
Yeah.
So I say fuck them, make new friends, buy a dog.
Yeah. You know what? I've never had that problem where I've thought I was treating people nicely.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
It's not an issue for Matthew.
Yeah, I don't. It's so funny, and I've gotten better at this. So I'm a terrible first impression guy. Like I've stopped.
I am too. I'm not a good first impression guy.
So 10, 15 years ago, I literally said to myself,
Wait, what do you mean? You two don't give people good first impressions? Is
No,
that
no,
what
no,
you're talking
no.
about?
I judge people completely wrongly.
Okay,
on their
so that's
first
different.
impression.
So you,
I know that.
So you're not good at. So your first impression of another person, you're usually not correct.
Yeah, I skew it immediately.
I'm the opposite.
I know.
I just don't make a good first
That's
impression.
what Ted's mean. That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
I mean. Yeah.
Oh no.
So
I,
Ted doesn't think he makes a good first impression.
I
Or
don't
second
think
You
I
have a
do
hard
either.
time
Second
reading
or
the room.
third.
No, I don't think I make a good first impression either because a lot of times I just
No,
say
you come across as
a jagoff,
Obtuse.
well, no.
a total jagoff,
arrogant.
asshole. Yeah. Yeah, no, listen, I get it. I do because I literally just, I don't care if I just met you or didn't just meet you. I'll just say whatever I want to say.
Matt's one of those friends where you got to always explain. You
No,
got to get to know him.
actually, another funny thing.
It's
gotta get
exactly.
to know him.
You know, it's funny you should mention that because I remember when I first met Matt another lifetime ago. I think it was during a softball game. It was like I think he was a sub for not even our team. Like he was there, and I think one of my teammates who was a little bit of a sensitive man, like Matt, might have said something, and this gentleman became slightly offended.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
he
so,
sucked.
but the
I
po-
remember
yeah,
that. Yeah, he
the
sucked.
he sucked, yeah.
Play better,
But
asshole.
you'd have to say it
Yeah.
out loud, because that hurts people's feelings.
Yeah, but if you don't know, what if he was under the impression he didn't suck and he continued to do those sucky things?
Wow, that's a good point.
Once again, that's Matt's job.
No, I
That's
just,
to
I don't know, man.
To set the tone and set things straight.
that's a good tip. I'm gonna remind Mark. I'm gonna remind you that on next time we play.
But you know what? I think
you
one of the
suck.
things I have to do is, and I do it. And listen, I get it. People are just like, man, you know what? I don't like you. I was like, okay, I completely get that.
I accept.
You know what? No,
I accept that.
I
have to go
completely
out to my
understand
car
why.
and cry now.
Yeah, I completely understand why
But it's
you
different
don't
now
like
that
me.
we're older, right? You have to admit that
I'm not a big a dick as I was. There's
no,
no
not
way.
not that. I'm talking about you're going back to one of the things that the 8 things that what's the title of it?
8 bad habits.
Yeah. So one of the 8 bad habits is trying to get everybody to like you. I think that goes away over time. That most people, when you become older, you become wiser, and you're less concerned about what people think about you, and you become more comfortable in your own skin. Don't you agree with that?
Oh, absolutely.
So the 3 of us here were probably a lot more. We needed people to like us a lot more when we were
Well, it's
teenagers.
not really to like you, to validate you, just to validate.
It is a validation.
It's not
right?
really like per se. It's just like you want the flattery, you want to be recognized. People want to validate your existence. Blah,
Well, I
blah,
don't
blah.
think that ever
So
goes
it's not
away.
like you per se. Yeah, I know you don't want to be
That's
like a
always
social
that's
pariah.
a good. That's a human trait, right? We all want to be
Ted,
liked.
you should love that. I mean, I'm telling you, 90% of the positive comments we get for the show are about you.
Oh, wow.
Everyone fucking loves you. The other 9% love Mark, and I have
Wait, that's
one
a-
out of
that's a-
every 100 people.
That's 100. That's
Yeah.
100%
Yeah,
already.
it's pretty funny. So when you look at it, you want
We're
to
at
talk about negative.
130%?
Yeah, when you look at it, I'm just running through. I'm just like Ted, Ted, yeah, Mark, yeah. Oh, Matt doesn't seem like a big a jagoff as he was in show 18. Yeah, he seems like the last 70 shows. Yeah, wait
Well,
less.
I told you, the more haters you have, the more you're doing something right. So you're on the right track.
Well, here you want to hear
Maybe.
you want to hear about somebody doing something right?
Yeah.
Chicago gets their 8th consecutive year win. Yeah. 8th consecutive year. Chicago was voted, are you ready?
Most traffic.
The rat capital of the United States.
See, I
That's
thought
not
it was
true.
New
It's
York. I thought it was New
Yes,
York.
I just
thought it was New York.
I just read the article. You're full of shit.
We got the most rats.
the rat for
Wow.
8
Dude,
consecutive
we have
years.
a lot of rats by me right now.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
that
by me
sucks.
too. 8th consecutive year, we are the rat capital of the United States.
That's
Way to
crazy.
go.
That's crazy.
Just rack them up, man.
Yeah.
We can't win 8 football games in a year. But we are the number one.
I really
city.
don't know how that is even possible compared to New York.
Because they always talk about New York. Every time you see an article about rats, it's like, oh, New York City.
Do you know why?
They're
listen-
making. They're
We found a
living on the.
20-foot
They're living
rat.
in the past.
No.
Oh, I'm living in the past.
Let
all
me
right,
tell
yeah.
you something about New York. Do you know where they put their trash in New York?
in the
In a
streets,
bar-
right?
in a
the
barge.
streets.
Oh,
In the
okay.
front. They don't have
Okay,
alleys.
They don't
That's
have
right, they don't.
garbage
That's right.
cans. They don't have garbage.
Then why is the
cans.
rent $3,000 a month for a 400
There's no garbage
square feet
cans.
micro apartment?
They throw it out in bags on the street.
Okay.
There are rats literally running in front of you nonstop when you're walking downtown through the trash.
Those are called politicians, my friend. Yeah, I don't know. I was in New York, twice.
The new mayor
I
of
didn't see
New
rats
York
anywhere.
is the new mayor of New York wants to bring garbage cans back.
Eric Adams.
Yeah, he's trying to. So back in the
So he wants to
70s,
bring sexy and garbage cans.
so remember, Oscar the Grouch.
Yeah,
He lived
even he had a garbage can.
He lived in one of those steel garbage cans,
yeah,
right?
which is better than what the New Yorkers have right
Well,
now.
at some point, those garbage cans were a little bit bigger. We had them too. Remember the big garbage cans we had here?
yeah.
Okay, so at some point, it was a lot of labor intensive. You had to have two people, whatever. When they invented the plastic garbage bag, that's when those cans went away in New York. And they thought it'd be easier just to eliminate the cans and throw the bags out on the street, and they could just pick them up. And that's the way it's been ever since like 1978 or whatever, 1976, since they had these.
don't they have the machines like we do with it? Pick up the garbage cans.
Nope, they don't have garbage cans. There are dumpsters and garbage cans in some parts, but if downtown New York City, they all go out on the street in bags.
Yeah.
And they pick them up and throw them in. So he wants to bring the cans back, but people are against it because it takes up parking spots.
Then what does Chicago need to do to get rid of their rats? Because obviously our rats are worse than New York rats.
We have garbage cans,
and we have garbage
rats.
cans.
I know.
Yeah, so
I don't. That's why I'm finding it hard to believe.
What do we need to do?
I don't even know. Maybe it's because we have more room. I don't know.
I don't know, man. But the stories that people are telling, like there's neighborhoods.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about like neighborhoods where it's bad neighborhood, like regular neighborhoods
Yeah.
in Chicago that are infested.
You know why we have?
Crazy.
You know
With
what? You know what brings rats in the neighborhoods? People's dogs' feces, not cleaning up after dogs. That's the number one attraction in residential neighborhoods is dog feces.
Really?
Yeah, you didn't know
Rats
that?
eat shit.
Yes, that's what they eat at
Oh
night.
my God, they are so gross.
Well, you know what?
What do you think they're eating in a residential neighborhood where we all have garbage cans that they can't get into, and there's no restaurant for a few blocks? Why are there rats here? Are there dogs? That's why there's rats.
Well, you know what caused? You know what the bubonic plague was? You know what the cause of that
Fleas.
was?
Fleas.
Rat fleas.
Fleas.
Rat fleas.
Well, fleas on all animals, but yeah,
Rat fleas.
mice too.
Are we just
Rat fleas.
say it one more time, Ted? So I got it.
Mice-
Fleas.
mice-
There's no
mice
such
fleas.
thing as a rat fucking flea. It's fleas that run rodents.
But Mark, rat fleas, rat fleas.
That was the name of my
It
band
killed,
in
it
high
killed what,
school.
70
Rat
million,
fleas.
70 million people in Europe.
What?
Bubonic plague. 13th century.
What does that have to do with? Okay, no, you're absolutely right.
Just saying
Okay.
rats are bad news.
Yeah, Ted. There's not a pro. Ted, I'm not gonna next week. I'm not gonna have a pro rat guy on.
Well, you know, there's a rat island, right? I think somewhere in Canada, there's like actually a rat island that it's just literally infested.
There are actually no rats in Canada.
Where's
Except for that island.
No,
I
where's
swear to
maybe,
God,
maybe,
island.
Maybe,
He's-
maybe it's not Canada. Maybe it's somewhere else. But it's
There are
called
no-
rat. It's called Rat Island.
Did you know that? There's no rats
Oh,
in
I didn't
Canada.
know. I didn't know that. Okay, then it's
Come
not.
on,
That's
that's
not Canada.
ridiculous.
There are no rats in Canada.
That's impossible.
It's not impossible.
How
They
would
got
you
rid
not
of rats.
have an animal?
They got rid of rats.
It's just an animal. You're telling. Listen,
Rats
they
need
can't
shelter.
cross the border.
Rats need shelter and food. If you take away places for rats to live and you take away their food, there's no rats. Canada has eliminated rats a long time ago, and they go around, and if there's any sign of it's a grassroots movement that started a long time ago. They have no rats.
So the
Look
reason
it
we
up.
have rats is because they're all from Canada. All the Canadian rats are here. God damn it! You know what? I
I'm
knew there's
Goog-
a reason to
I'm
hate
Googling-
Canada.
I'm googling that.
No,
it
you're
up.
not. You're not even going to remember that. In 10 minutes, you're never going to remember that we talked
There's
about
not one
rats.
rat in Canada.
They don't have rats in
Except for
Canada.
Rat Island.
Okay.
All right. So listen, I had to talk about this because and we could put that into this thing right here, but I had to talk about this. I found an article the other day about a hot air balloon accident.
Didn't see that one coming.
That's
Right.
just death, right?
Right. So
Like something the Hindenburg.
No.
well, no. I mean, what do you think? Okay, so I'm going to ask, what do you think happened in the hot air balloon? What do you
It's not
think?
a hot air
It's a
balloon.
gas-filled Zephyr with a combustible gas.
Yeah, but-
What do you think was going to happen?
I don't-
Eventually,
I don't think. Is there gas
Well, no,
inside there?
There was a smoking
Yeah.
section. Yeah, it's
it's a gas-filled Zephyr,
yeah.
like the Hindenburg.
And they had a smoking section. It was literally.
with the smoke.
I swear
Not in
to
the
God.
hot air balloon.
Yeah,
No, in this.
not on the hot air
with-
balloon,
with-
but
with-
on those.
Well, yeah, they
With
had a smoking section,
And they had a
everything.
they had a fireworks show, and yeah, we'll talk about the rest later.
and they when the band was done, everybody held their lighters up, and that's what happened. Yeah, okay. So there's a hot air balloon accident. What do you think happened with the hot air balloon? How do you think the accident? And this is kind of sad because everybody did die.
Power lines.
Exactly, right?
What
Power
else?
lines.
It's always power lines.
Always
What state
power
was this?
lines.
California or
You know what? I don't.
there's hot air balloons here too.
Yeah. We were on a golf course
Yeah.
where we saw a
Yeah.
hot air balloon crash. We saw a downed hot air balloon on like hole.
Did you ever
14.
go up in one?
Never.
I did. It was tethered to the ground though. They do that. It's a thing at like high-end weddings. They'll bring a hot air balloon, and it's tethered to the ground.
How far does it go in the air?
Probably, I don't know, maybe
That seems kind
100
of
feet.
lame.
100 feet.
Okay.
Where's the? Shouldn't a hot air balloon have some sort of risk in it? There should be the
I-
terror.
Well, I mean,
of
but if you feel from 100 feet, that's still pretty far. So I mean, that's good enough
It's
for me.
pretty cool. I went up in it.
Yeah, I mean, so it's just like the perfect risk.
They don't
where-
even. They just like give it like one puff and it just goes up.
yeah.
See, I would do that. But I mean, the one that goes like 10,000. So figure a commercial airplane goes 30.
10,000
They don't go
feet.
No, a
10,000
commercial
feet.
airplane
If
goes-
you're up 10,000
No,
feet in a hot air
no,
balloon, you're dead.
No, commercial airplane goes.
That's called outer
30,000
space,
feet.
Ted.
So
There's not enough. There's not enough bags
so
to
how far
bring you down.
So how far does a hot air balloon get without? Because you can't lose oxygen, like you're right.
I don't know. I have no idea.
1,000 feet. I mean, I don't know when
Well,
the
I don't know.
atmosphere starts thinning out.
A hot air- yeah.
Over 30. Over.
Okay,
well over
hold
30.
on. Hot air balloon expert. I'm writing it
Well
down.
over
God
30,000.
damn
No,
it.
because that's a commercial airliner. You
Hots.
can't go that high because there's no oxygen up there, so it can't be 30,000. So I'm thinking
Hot
like
There's
air balloon.
oxygen. It's the airplane has oxygen in it.
in a hot air balloon, you're in a basket.
No, you said a commercial airline.
I know. I said a commercial airline goes 30,000 feet.
Right.
There's no way. So there's no way a hot air balloon can go 30,000 feet.
Right.
Right.
It doesn't.
Yeah, we're just agreeing on everything. So how high does the hot air balloon go?
It's about 30,000 feet. No, but here's the thing that caught my eye in this, right? Because people, there's always a hot air balloon. There's always electrical lines. Here's the thing.
Gasoline fight.
Here's the thing that I thought was really weird. The hot air balloon driver, okay, who ended up dying, and they did an autopsy on him.
Pilot. He's a pilot. They're called pilots.
Do pilots drive a plane? Yeah, this guy. Okay, whatever. He was jacked up on cocaine. He was all
Come on.
jacked.
How
no,
do they know?
He was. They did an autopsy on him to see what happened because he was.
That's a movie right there. Cocaine Bear, Cocaine Pilot.
Yeah, he was the pilot, and so they had to do an autopsy on him. I guess he was all jacked up on cocaine. And the thing that I thought of was, isn't cocaine the exact opposite drug that you want to be on if you're in a hot air balloon? I mean, wouldn't that just drive you nuts? You're all jacked up on coke, and you're in the slowest moving, worst transportation of all time on coke.
That's
I mean,
probably what
if
did
you're on
it.
a speeding train or in you're flying a plane? At least you're going like 500 miles an hour, right? You're in a bullet train. You're in
His
a
name
car,
was Casey.
right? But I mean, if you're jacked up on coke, I mean, wouldn't be like being like just high as hell, being perfect, like.
He wanted to get higher, so he got in the hot air balloon.
What was the purpose of it? Was it just like a tour somewhere, like over
Yeah.
some landscape
Yep,
or some
he
silly stuff
took
like that?
He took a bunch of people
They're
up
really
there.
popular in Napa
Yeah.
Valley, right?
Yeah, jacked up on coke, and I mean, I can only imagine he's like, "Let's go faster, yeah." But
so,
it just
so it
seemed
sounds
like
sounds like operator error, obviously. So
yeah, but it just seemed like it's the exact wrong drug to be on.
yeah.
Like
Well,
every other
well,
drug would be
you
better.
know what else is wrong? Getting on a hot air balloon to begin with. That's wrong too, because there's no way in hell I would ever go hang gliding, hot air balloon, not ziplining, but bungee jumping into like a canyon or some
No,
shit like
never.
that.
I
you know?
bungee jumped and ziplined.
Okay.
I ziplined. You bungee jumped?
Yeah,
I couldn't do it.
and,
No way.
but it was at Wisconsin Dells.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
that's
ziplined.
safe.
Oh, okay.
No,
I
no,
ziplined
I'd
bungee
to
zipline.
Geneva.
I'd
Bungee
zipline.
jumped.
I'd
I
zipline.
bungee jumped
I'd
at the
zipline.
Dells.
Zipline's fun.
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah,
a
It's kind of
couple
scary,
times.
but at least you're kind of secure. But yeah, but
You're fairly secure. Yeah.
hang gliding, balloon, you have no chance, right? Something goes wrong, there's no chance.
I feel like bungee jumping is like the worst,
Dude, it was the best.
most dangerous,
it was
scariest
It was
thing ever.
absolutely the best.
I don't want to be that scared.
It
No,
was
I seriously
so
don't wanna be
fucking-
that
I did
scared.
it-
You know,
I did it-
I don't want to be that
I did it
stimulated.
backwards,
I don't want to be
too.
that stimulated.
You did it backwards.
Yeah.
What, they hung you by your neck.
No,
What's
so-
backwards?
Well, you instead of jumping forward off, you
You jump back onto the street, not off the bridge.
How far was the jump? Like, how far down did you go?
so if you because it's around your waist, if you just jump.
Oh, I thought it was around your feet.
That's around your waist. It's
Can
like
I-
a harness.
No, I went to like one in the Dells. It was like not off a bridge.
Was it like 7 feet? Did you jump off somebody's porch?
No, it was pretty freaking high. You probably wouldn't have done it.
I wouldn't.
No.
No, I can
So
tell you right now. I
the
wouldn't have
ones
done
that
it.
you do that are off of structures that are like at a resort or whatever, you're harnessed in. Like it goes around your waist.
I've seen the harness. Yeah.
So when you bungee jump off those things, you go feet first. So
Okay.
like you're just like it's like you're sitting in a chair event. So so you just jump and you're going down feet first. But if you take the bungee cord and you put one leg over it and you kind of got it between your legs and you jump, then you're jumping head first, like you're like you're diving into what. That's the way I did it. That simulates traditional bungee jumping when you see off bridges where they put it around their ankles and they
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen it around
upside
the
down.
ankles, Yeah.
Otherwise, you're
Looks
just
looks really scary. By the way.
yeah.
So the only things I've ever seen bungee jumping, the guy does that, and number one, he hits the ground.
Yeah.
And number two,
Well,
he comes back up and he hits the bridge. Yeah,
I've never seen that.
What?
I know it's happened. I've never
Yeah,
seen. a video
that's
of
why
it.
I don't ever watch it. I had a buddy of mine who parachuted.
Yeah, that's another scary thing. Parachuting.
Yeah, so he parachuted like 4 times, right? So the 5th time,
5th time's a charm.
right? He told the guy because he'd done it 4 times.
It's called skydiving, not
Skydiving.
parachuting.
Whatever. So yeah,
Parachuting.
so no, so the 5th time,
thought you
he
said-
tells the guy that he's much better at it than he is, and his parachute doesn't open. Yeah.
Was he?
Because he has control over
Was it
it, right?
tandem
yeah.
though, or was he by himself?
No, so he was always tandem. He told him he was pass
Oh, and he went by
certified and all that
himself?
stuff. He went by himself, and his parachute never opened.
He's dead.
Oh yeah, he died. He's dead.
You
as
know
fuck.
this
Don't you
place-
have like a
Jumped out of
back? Don't
plane.
you have like a
He
backup?
jumped out of a
chute?
plane
Don't you have,
without a
don't you have like a
parachute.
backup chute?
There's a guy that lived.
He jumped out of a plane. Without
I
a
know.
parachute.
There's a guy that did that and lived. It was like a year or
Is
two
he,
ago.
is he the Batman?
I swear to God, man.
Bullshit.
Must have landed-
I'm
I've
not
heard of
kidding.
that. Yeah, so
Something
he like
happened.
landed in a tree.
He's going to be on the
like
show.
landed in
No,
a tree.
he. I think his chute opened, but then it gave,
Partially,
so it was like
partially, yeah.
something. Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay,
it wasn't
this-
like.
yeah.
So this place here in Chicago. It's in the burbs. They do.
Rosemont, the skydive. There's like a
No, no.
skydive thing right off of 90. I
Oh,
see
the
it
one
all
where you
time.
just kind of hang in a tube.
Okay.
but you're
Is that
not
what it
really
is? I don't
falling.
even. I don't know
Okay,
what it is.
no.
Yeah.
So there's a place in the burbs, like south side, southwest side suburbs, where it's a skydiving place, a little airport. It's called Skydive Chicago. My mom did
Oh
it.
yeah,
when she-
yeah.
When she turned 50, she did it. But I looked this up, and it's not talked about a lot, and I'm not sure what the hell's going on now. But in 5 years, there was like 3 people died.
Why?
Yeah, my buddies all did that.
Yeah.
And then the day after they did it, somebody died. That same organization. The next day, people are skydiving with them.
Hey, you
'Cause
signed
you
the
signed a death
paper.
waiver.
Yeah, you signed
a waiver, a death waiver.
Yeah.
No matter what happens, you were dumb enough to do this.
Yeah.
Yep. Let me put my name right here.
Yeah.
Yep. There
I
we
think
go.
it's called. I don't want to disparage a company.
Don't.
But I know the name of it, and I think you can look it up. But I think there have been at least 3 people.
Yeah. If you really want to look up Chicago Skydiving Company, where everyone, like half the people, just plummet to the earth.
No, I think it's like 30%.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not even like negligence on their part. I mean, you're jumping out of a fucking plane. I mean,
Yeah.
anything can happen. There's no
Yeah.
guarantees. You know?
Okay, and we're doing what are we doing again? We're catching axes that are being thrown at us. Okay, I just need you to sign this piece of paper.
Hey,
That
axe
says
throw-
you
that's
might
what we're
die.
doing. That's what we're doing next. We did
Axe throwing.
axe throwing.
Yeah.
I've done it. It's awesome.
I will do axe
There's
throwing.
a place right here, and
Where?
in Rosemont.
There's a place in Rosemont where I can throw axes at Ted.
I would throw an
It's
axe.
axe throwing. You don't throw it at each other.
Oh well.
It's like a wooden block with. It's like darts.
It's
with an
really
axe.
cool. It's not easy.
Oh, I kicked your ass in darts, dude.
Dude.
I will blow you away. In
This
axe
axe
tossing.
throwing
This
is
is
not
axe
easy.
throwing.
No,
There's
I've seen it.
I've seen
It's
it,
not
yeah.
easy.
No, I've seen it. No.
Okay,
It
so
doesn't look easy.
so
you can get up there for 30 minutes and not get the axe to stick one time.
Yeah, I believe it.
I'm not kidding you.
I believe it.
There's a technique, and you gotta figure it out. And until you figure it out, it ain't going.
YouTube.
It ain't happening.
You ready? You ready?
YouTube.
I say we do it, and I'm going to guarantee that I'm better at it than both of you.
Problem is you can't drink there.
Here he goes again. Oh.
No, we'll drink before we go.
It's like real men of genius.
You guys can't drink. I'm not. I'm not eating.
wait,
Well,
could-
it's right.
could-
You know what's right across the street is Short Fuse, the brewery.
Oh,
It's
there
right
you go.
next door.
You know what? This. I say we throw a little, drink a little. Throw a little, drink a little. Yeah.
Where's? Oh, it's around here.
No.
Cool.
It's in Rosemont.
Oh yeah, cool. Okay.
Actually, I think it's Elk Grove Village.
Okay.
It's right on the border.
Okay. So I say we.
yeah.
I say we
I'm
axe
in.
throw.
I'm in for that.
Ted.
It was fun.
I can't imagine a scenario in which you axe throw and you don't hurt yourself.
You don't sever
or someone
You
else.
don't sever your femoral artery.
Yeah.
Hit yourself
Oh, they have
with the
two different
axe.
kinds too. They have the short handle, like a hatchet, and then they have a longer handle that you could do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I would not. Yeah.
And then for Ted, they have like one of those rubber ones.
They have short.
It's like a wooden gun. It's like a wooden gun.
So we throw the short handle. Ted throws a short bus.
Right.
That seems.
They give Ted a rubber chicken.
That would seem so.
I'm
I'm in for that. I'm going to YouTube it. I'll see. I'll just I'll watch professional axe throwing, see how they do it. I think it's actually just one revolution. You don't like flip the axe like 20 times in the air. It's just like you just throw it and it just kind of suspends in the air, and I don't even think it rotates. I think you just throw it and it just kind of
No, it doesn't. No.
and it just goes like that.
Good luck
It
with
doesn't
that.
rotate.
Yeah,
So
you
how
got-
would you
you
throw?
Somehow it does. Somehow the heavy part does not
Ted,
sink.
can I ask you
It's
a
not
question?
on top. You don't spin it.
Can I ask you a question? Did you see the Daniel Day-Lewis movie? Right, where he's out in the wilderness.
There will be blood.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
That was a good movie.
Okay,
He won the Academy Award again. Whatever.
Yeah. Well, I guess he gets insane and
Yeah.
like is that guy.
He's called a character actor, like Jared Leto, except
Yeah.
he played the Joker and he
Have you
sucked
seen
at
the
it.
outtakes of that? It's scary shit, man.
What, Daniel Day-Lewis?
Yeah, he doesn't break character.
Yeah.
So they do the.
Yeah, he was Abraham Lincoln for like 9.5 months.
Yeah.
He was Abraham Lincoln. Yeah. He actually got cholera twice. Yeah, it was really
he was
weird.
driving
man.
around in a Lincoln all day.
Got assassinated at Ford Theater. Yeah, I
Yeah,
get
he
it.
would only
He really died.
Yeah.
He was really assassinated.
Yeah.
Oh, why are there blanks in that gun? Because Andrew, Baldwin? What's his name? Because Baldwin's here.
Yeah, the movie, was he on the Rust set?
yeah. We don't want that. All right, so let's just go ahead and let's go ahead and put this thing to bed.
Did that movie come out? Rust?
I think
Did
it's,
they
I
finished
think
it or they shut that down?
I think there's been some production delays, obviously, for obvious reasons. Yeah, I would have actually laughed if that movie came out still.
No, I actually laughed that there's a person who's in charge of guns on a movie set, and at any point there's a button to press where it says "not a real bullet," right? Like.
Oh, you don't know this. I mean, it's not the first time it's happened.
Yeah, but it's
That's
only
how
happened
Brandon Lee died.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only happened like 2 or 3 times in the history of TV, or the history of movies.
But
It just seems impossible.
Well, somebody actually brought up a good
bizarre,
point.
right?
Somebody brought up a good point. You don't even fire the gun on the set. They just make the sound effect that you just make it look like you're firing the gun. You don't even actually pull a
So
trigger.
why do they even
You
have
don't
to
pull
put a
trigger.
blank in it?
Right.
Yeah,
That's
you
what I
don't
was
even
thinking.
you don't
too.
even pull a trigger.
But how was there a real bullet?
It's
given
called
there?
acting,
Oh, it wasn't a real bullet, I guess, right? It was just there's a projectile that came out of it. Is what
like a slug.
what ended up happening was something like that. It wasn't like somebody put a real live round in there and they shot a real bullet. I don't think they have real bullets on the set, right?
So what? Somebody's just like,
I think it's
I'm
a
gonna
real
put a paper
gun.
clip in this thing and see what
I think
happens.
it's a real gun, and then something goes in it, but a projectile did come out of it, right? I don't know.
I don't know. There should be. We're in 2023. There
Well, you
should
had a-
be
you
a
had a
fake
real-
enough gun.
you had a real dead
that
person.
can't
They
shoot
don't even
anything.
need to use guns anymore. There's CGI now.
Yeah, but you shouldn't. It shouldn't even be anything.
They have light. There's no such thing as a lightsaber, right? And I saw. I saw that lightsaber kill a lot of
Yeah,
people,
exactly.
and he was just swinging something that was invisible. So
I
why
s-
can't they just do that
I
with
saw
a
the
fucking
movie.
gun?
I saw the movie Dungeons and Dragons, and
There's no such thing as dragons either. Is that what we're saying? Are we
Oh,
dispelling?
Ted's right, and that I saw a dragon.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Are we dispelling all these myths
Some
right
dragons
now?
out there?
Is this happening? Are we ruining? We're ruining TV and movies for everyone.
That's what we do here.
Yeah, I'm off.
We ruin things for
I
people.
say fuck Star Wars. Okay, Teddy, last thoughts.
I enjoyed this episode once more. It's good to be back to Chicago.
You were 1 hour and 15
I
minutes
found our
away.
guest-
It wasn't like you were in Africa.
I found our guest mildly amusing. I'll just gonna leave it at that. So.
I love it when a guest comes on and they just read from their website. He just read the whole goddamn thing for us. I'm like, this is what that other guy wanted to do, and we cut him off, but we let him go. I'm like, I read this. I know. I understand.
I don't know. That's why I kind of cut him off. I was just like, I was hoping to be, something a little bit different, but I didn't realize they were. I don't know. I guess I knew that they were right wing. I just didn't know they were like Republican extra. I just didn't realize.
So this is how dated that stuff on their website is. Their whatever you call it. Their manifesto. Their
manifesto. It says manifesto.
Credo.
So their manifesto in that one section talks about like what you said, Ted. Like politicians become like
Kings,
kings,
emperors,
Well,
masters.
they use the word masters. I'm like,
yeah.
you got to lose that word.
That's a bad
There's
word.
connotations of slavery there.
It's a bad.
You're
word.
saying that politicians are basically masters, or that we're all slaves to the politicians. That's exactly what that means. And that's why I told him, like, I would drop the word master there.
But
I would use something.
In a sense,
maybe I would use king. That's more appropriate, right?
Emperor.
Yeah. But
Emperor.
they are kings and emperors compared to and we're the serfs and yeah. I know
Unelected ruler.
Yeah, I saw all that. I saw the marriage between a man and a woman, and that's why I wanted to press him. I'm like, well, you can't. That's the thing about the Bible, and this is the thing that freaks me out about it all the time. Right? This is gonna be my last thought. Is the picking and choosing of the Bible? Like either you go
Either you're all in.
Either you say I believe in God and this book
and
this book says
and everything that's in it,
and the book says kill pagan women and children.
Yeah.
It says just kill them, just end their lives. The world is better without them.
Yep.
The world says that if two guys are fighting and one of the wives grabs the other guy's junk, cut her hand off. It says all these things.
Kind of a weird.
Yeah. It says stone women to death. It says all these things.
It's not saying to do that.
But
then this is a different time.
Is the story right? But the story of a man, it's only a man and a woman, and nobody else can get married, and that kind of stuff. Then they're all just stories. If you have a book, if you say I'm religious, and this is the book I believe.
I got
in,
your point. What you're telling them,
right?
Yeah.
No, but what I want to ask
you can't.
Why
pick
is
and
that
choose.
the
I
one you
agree.
choose? Yeah.
Right.
But what I want to ask Jim was like, why is that the hill you chose to die on? Out of all the things, like that specific little minor niche thing that
That's
really
what I'm saying.
Doesn't affect anybody about anything. Like why is that your mantra?
Well,
That's
he
the
answered
one
it. He said that's because that's what we believe.
But it's a weird belief, right?
We don't believe in
It's just
that.
a weird
I'm
thing.
like, okay,
It's
that's
just a
fine.
weird thing.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm like, I could live with that, but don't fucking tell me it's a biblical religious thing.
No.
Right.
But I'm
And
saying,
that's a
like, out of all the
turnoff,
things you could be like this is the hill
But
I
I
choose
think
to
they
die on.
use the religion. I think they use the religion to say that they don't like it. But here's what I'm thinking: you sit at a restaurant, and you see two guys sitting across from you. They could be best friends, and one guy could go home to his wife, and the other guy could go home to his wife, or they could just go home and start doing butt stuff to each other. And it's like, you don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you
don't know what?
You have no idea.
Who's the receiver? Who's the giver?
Right. Exactly.
Who's the top? Who's the
God.
bottom? I don't know.
But no. But I mean, like
You're
like,
a little too much vernacular.
like
there,
that's
Mark.
the thing. No,
I think
but that's the
your
thing. It's
edible's
so
kicking
weird.
in, Ted.
You're smiling.
I think your edible's kicking
All right,
in.
Mark, you get to give last thought.
My last thought is get out there and vote, man. It's a scary time right now. Vote, people. I don't care who you vote for. Just get out there. Vote.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know what else.
I'm
am I gonna
voting
talk
for
about?
Ted.
This is such a political
Like for Nancy
show. I
Pelosi?
don't know what else to say.
Vote for Ted. That's what you got to say. Vote for Ted.
Exactly. Vote
So
for
Ted,
Ted.
I'm kind of excited about this. If Trump gets convicted, you could be the American Independent Party of
Well, here,
California.
that's the
I
other
will
thing,
fill that
too, is
vacuum.
that what kind of a party supports another party's candidate? That's the whole purpose of having a third party, and
That seemed really weird
the
to
whole
me.
part of you.
That's a good point. I thought he was going to. I thought he was going
no,
to.
well, who's your candidate? Trump, and you were like, I'm pretty sure he's in another party.
I thought he was
And I'm
going
like,
to say.
yeah,
I
your
thought he was
whole-
going to say like a person I never heard of. I'm like, he said Donald Trump. I'm like, what?
No,
He's
they
already.
did. They actually had a candidate in
candidate.
2008. They put what's his name up?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, they had a candidate.
They had a candidate.
on the ballot in 2008.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm like, what do you mean Trump? You're talking about adding a third party because Republicans, Democrats, and all this, but they're so afraid that Biden's going to get reelected. That the liberal agenda. There's so much fear mongering that everybody believes this, that they're afraid that. I mean, be brave, man. Put your own fucking candidate up there and let's do it. If you believe in it, do it.
Yeah.
Don't vote for somebody else.
Yeah. I guess voting out of hate is probably that's the thing.
Or
voting
fear.
Out of,
Or
voting out of
fear.
hate
Or in spite of
fear.
like I'm going to vote for this person because I just don't want to see that person. That's why they voted against Hillary. It's like anyone but her. So they just picked a lot of people picked Trump because they just didn't want her.
Not
that
that
they wanted
I
him.
can't. You
Not
know
that they
what?
wanted
Oh
him.
yeah, that's why he won.
Yeah.
Make this.
I-
Oh, here's
That's
my
part
final
of the
thought.
reason.
Here's my final.
Oh wait, there's another final thought.
Make decisions based on love, not fear.
So make good decisions.
Oh man, you know what? That's the way we're going to end it. We are no guest next week, at least as far as I know, and we
Do
might
my movie thing.
movie thing next week.
Yes,
Yeah.
Mark. We'll talk
And-
about it for as long as you want.
Yeah, and Ted will have a tip.
Ooh, Ted's getting mad.
Yeah.
I got a bit that's rivals Ted's tips.
Oh, he's getting mad.
He
You know what?
is.
I'll look and see what the feedback is. But what did you say? Vote for love?
No, I'd say make decisions. You should make decisions. Make decisions based on love, not fear.
Go to a swingers club.
Yeah.
What are you trying to say? I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, that's what we'll leave it with. You can do one of two things. You can vote out of love, not fear, or just go to a swingers club and have fun. All right, everybody. We'll see you next week.